Aykroyd and John Candy.
And right now it's just about 9 minutes before the hour. War toys are probably as old as war itself.
G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.
G.I. Joe is an old favorite, so are model airplanes, helicopters, and tanks. And now companies report that Operation Desert Storm is causing a huge jump in the sale of war-related toys. And toy collector Ira Gallen has been scouting the International Toy Fair in New York for us, digging through his own shelves as well. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to my little toy fair here.
Before we get started, I'm just wondering, one would think there would be a great deal of sensitivity out there to not wanting to appear as though you're cashing in on the war. What are we finding?
Absolutely. I mean, you have the Saddam Hussein punching bags and condoms and voodoo dolls. To me personally, I mean, every craze, you got the pet rock craze, people looking to make a fast buck. Going to make a lot of money, and it's a little bit tasteful. Donate some money to the USO and military aid. I don't mind it. But if anybody who's come out and tried to cash in and has done a good job, TSR, a line in the sand, strategy and diplomacy is the name of this game. Kids are reading and learning for the first time.
This is a board game.
This is a board game. It shows you how the war is taking place. I mean, in school now they go, I don't want to learn world history. They're learning it and they're enjoying it. Now, when I was a kid, I never had planes to play with. It was always model kits, and you can't play with models. Desert Shield, heavy-duty plane. You can run around your house and play with it. Drops
Battery-operated moves.
Battery-operated. They even have for 15 bucks walkie-talkies. They look good. They work good. But when I was a kid, the Rolls-Royce of the industry was Revell models. But you can't open this up and expect it to look like this. You got to use your brain. But there is another level of models. Die-cast metal, Ertl. You can have a good time with this. Now, remember when they had this plane first came out, the Stealth, they didn't tell you
Before it was unveiled and
right.
No one knew what it was going to look like.
No statistics. You could have had an exclusive if you went to Lionel Kitty City and read a model kit box.
There's specifications right there.
That they wouldn't give you. Now, once you've mastered reading, learning, and using your brain, it's time to fly a model plane. Cox has a great Blue Angel. Now, I hate when they call it war toys. There's no such thing as war toys. They're military toys. And when did you ever look at a Blue Angel plane and think of war? No way, Jose.
Of acrobatic stunts.
Right. It's flying in the Middle East. You want to know what it is? They have great books on the Blue Angels in the library. Do a little research. I'm not giving you the answer here.
This doesn't look quite as new here.
No,
this is shop-worn.
Right. 1959, the Cold War. Shows you how old I am. I used to play with this as a kid. Ideal's fighter jet. Great flight simulator. Guns, turret, projector inside. Planes fly by, you shoot them down.
No, you can't buy these anymore.
No, no. When my father bought this for me, a lot of money back then, 1959, $12.98. Today, I paid 2 years ago, 275 bucks. You can pay as much as $500 for it. I wish I could put a Nintendo board in here. Now, we got a ground assault going down here. Tiger Joe, this was my baby. This was $11.95, sold at food markets only. Why food markets? I have no idea. Today, 150 to 500 bucks. Because of the war, the prices of these collectibles have gone up.
Now, is there a newer version of this?
You're looking at it. This is G.I. Joe Hasbro, the General Collection. Great tank. And if you think about the future of tanks, you will see helicopters taking off. It comes with a full line of G.I. Joes. The Charlie Smith doll is not here, but I know we'll find it later. Great sound effects. Hasbro has been saying we're not altering this collection for the war. They don't need to. They need to come out with a realistic set. You go to Lionel Kitty City, all you find are army figures from World War II. Kids need something for today to study.
What do you think will be the reaction of buyers, though, to this? Because I know a lot of people look at this as just crass commercialism.
It's not. I mean, we want to play with military toys. Again, World War II toys are all that's out there. Kids want to. You're going to find more people joining the military after this because they're seeing there's more to the military than war. But what I do expect to see from Hasbro next year is G.I. Joette. Or at least a T-shirt that says this is not just a man's war anymore. But it can't hurt Hasbro to come out with another collection, the realistic collection.
Yeah, she may not be sitting on the tank in direct action, but we may see her sitting there.
Absolutely.
Ira Gallen, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Showing us what's new and what's old. 5 minutes before the hour. We'll be right back.
You got kids? You've got germs.
Hold it.
You definitely need Liquid Dial. It has a special germ-killing formula other liquid soaps don't. And it's hardly worth getting soap on your hands if you're not killing germs. Liquid Dial. Kill the germs. Keep the kids.
When you have trouble falling asleep, take the sleeping aid ingredient that's the doctor's choice, the one in Sleepinol. In a survey, 7 out of 10 doctors chose the sleeping aid in Sleepinol. Sleepinol contains the doctor's choice to fall asleep fast.
Roses are red, violets are blue. If you don't bring a Baskin-Robbins ice cream cake, we're through.
Play it safe. Order your Valentine's cake at Baskin-Robbins now.
Just behind the Haynes Mansion in Spring Hill, Tennessee, we're building the brand new Saturn sedan. A car to take you from Monday through Friday to Saturday and Sunday. A car to drive you through your toughest workouts. A car to whisk you off into eternal bliss. Or maybe just to the beach.
A cup of that coffee, please.
You know, it's going to be a nice day for the parade.
You know, even the coffee tasted somehow better back then. I guess that's why those Maxwell House folks slow roast their 1892 coffee. Didn't even change the way they used to make it. Introducing Maxwell House 1892 coffee, made with old-fashioned pride, the way things used to be.
On CBS This Morning, here's a look at your weather. Howling winds and drifting snow will produce blizzard conditions around the Great Lakes later this afternoon. Wind chill factors of 50 below are likely tonight. Northern New England will receive heavy snow, while the eastern seaboard will briefly be mild and wet.
Coming up from Saudi Arabia, we know Saddam Hussein has a storehouse of biological and chemical weapons. We'll explore how he might use them. Paula?
Also just ahead, Harry, should condoms be handed out in our schools? Faye Waddleton and Phyllis Schlafly debate that issue. We'll be back. Please stay with us.
The war in the Gulf continues. Watch the latest reports from the front lines tonight on a special edition of the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
On Guns of Paradise, the marshal decides between justice and giving up his badge.
You like to kill people. Kill me.
Next on Dallas, will JR make a move on his son's wife?
Just isn't any fun sleeping alone.
Then on Sons and Daughters, she's trying to spice up her marriage.
A 200-gallon sunken tub.
Before it goes bust. All on the Friday triple feature.
It's double-daring driving for pole positions at Daytona. The Gatorade Twin 125s. Saturday on CBS Sports.
This is CBS.